Guys, what's going on? This is RJ Game News USA here. And I gotta say, man, I feel like we're doing a rerun here. I feel like just me bitching about WWE again and again and again. So if you like to see me suffer, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you like WWE content. Show some support that you want to actually see me do this. Because I'm tired of talking about this. To be completely frank, I am really about had it with the WWE. And I'm talking specifically, especially today, about Wrestlepalooza. You know, I had some really smart people try to tell me this card was better than WrestleMania. This card was better than SummerSlam. What the fuck were they smoking? It was like 5 matches, like any other B-level PLE that they run. I don't know why WWE thinks it's cool that we could just throw a big hoopla over 5 matches on a fucking pay-per-view. It can't be 6 or 7. There's got to be some middle ground here between Tony Khan's boring-ass 5-hour, 13-match AEW marathons that don't always need to happen, and between the Wrestlepalooza B-level pay-per-view sort of, we got 5 match on the card thing. You know, there's this little thing called 7 or 8 matches that go about 4 hours that would be just fucking perfect if these two companies could get their heads out of their own asses. But needless to say, Wrestlepalooza happened, and I could not give two shits. I could not give two shits. However, it is on the ESPN app, which I think is a complete travesty for people who only care about wrestling and now have to pay $30 a month. Luckily for WWE, I already canceled my Peacock, so I've been missing WWE PLE events because I really don't care. But luckily for WWE, they followed me because I got the ESPN app unrelated to the WWE. I did it for sports. You know, stuff that's actually good and entertaining, like college football, Monday Night Football, and tennis, and hockey, and baseball, and basketball for, you know, over the course of the next calendar year when they don't play it on mainstream ABC TV. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I was able to see some Wrestlepalooza, actually. And that's because on the ESPN app, you have this nice little 4-in-1 feature. And in the 4-in-1 screen, they did feature some Wrestlepalooza. And I saw a little bit of it. I don't really care about what happened with the women's match. I don't care what happened with the Usos match. I just don't give a fuck. So let's talk about the 3 matches that were supposed to push the show. First of all, let me get the main event out of the way because this is a useless main event. It's Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre in an obvious Cody Rhodes is going to retain situation. Capital B, boring. I don't know why Cody Rhodes has the belt again. It makes no sense. It sucks. Okay? And I really don't have anything else to say about Drew McIntyre. The perpetual loser of this generation. So then let's talk about a positive before I get to the big negative. I did enjoy the AJ Lee and CM Punk beating Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. There are problems involved. The match was too choreographed, looked too fake. I know wrestling fans don't like that word, but things can really look fake as fuck, and it clearly did. For some reason, every time Becky Lynch is slapping on Punk, it makes her feel not as tough, because it just looks like a little kid just smacking at him. There's a cartoony factor going on here, but I typically love anything CM Punk does, so I could kind of forgive it, and it was a big deal for AJ Lee to return, get the win. Don't know where it's going to lead. Again, that's the big problem in WWE. Where does this lead? I mean, yeah, Punk and Rollins having this rivalry in the background, it's been a thing that's been going on for a long time now, and this is just another chapter in the story, I feel. Is AJ Lee going to be a singles competitor now? Is she going to fight Becky Lynch singles for the whatever title she's holding, whatever nameless, worthless title she's holding right now? I don't know. Obviously, Seth's not dropping the belt anytime soon. But then we get to the match that opened the show. That's right, opened the show. Not closed the show. Opened the show. Because Brock Lesnar can't care to wait around. I'm talking about John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. And I want to talk about why I have a fucking problem with this. I have a problem with it opening the show because all the air is sucked out of the building. As soon as Lesnar kicks Cena's ass, all the air is sucked out of the building. Secondly, my second problem with this, we had no storyline whatsoever built up for this at all. Zero storyline. WWE just doesn't care to tell a story. Lesnar just comes out after SummerSlam and F5 Cena, and then as time goes on, he F5s other people. Who gives a rat's ass, man? Honestly, we've seen Cena and Lesnar go back and forth over the years many a times. I don't mind a Cena-Lesnar match again, but this feels like it's on repeat. Whether you're talking 2012 Extreme Rules or 2016 SummerSlam, they're just running back the same playbooks. It's the same shit. This is John Cena's retirement tour. He has less than, I don't know how many dates left before he's done. And what has WWE done to John Cena? Which is my big problem, my next big problem with this thing. They had John Cena not win the Rumble when he should have and stayed face. They didn't turn him heel, which could have been fun if done right. They did it wrong. They turned him back to face, but they also fucked up doing that, and they gave up the belt back to Cody also. And now they're having Lesnar squash him. Just for what? The next big problem I have, which is, what? Cena gets his win back at Crown Jewel? What are we accomplishing here? What are we doing with Lesnar? Okay, he destroys Cena. Obviously, he's in line for a title shot, which means him and Cody again. They already played that rivalry out before. Who cares? Again, this doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense, guys. You had two other possible things you could have done that made sense. One, you could have kept Cena's face, beat Gunther after winning the Rumble, be champion until a worthy heel defeated him in his final match, or cashed in on him like Seth Rollins. That was one lane. The other lane is, everything that went on with The Rock at Elimination Chamber was great, but you didn't follow it up right. You didn't do it right. And Cena should have been champ as a heel all the way till his final day. And then somebody like LA Knight should have beat him, strapped the rocket on his back, has a big face of the company. You didn't do that. You lacked the patience there. So instead, we're stuck with this stupid shit. And it's a shame. It's a shame. I think in a lot of ways, I would have been okay if John Cena was just retired after this match here. Just call it good. Just say you're washed. Let Lesnar have the rocket. Let him go beat Cody for the belt, for all I care. But, yeah, I have, negative interest in wrestling right now, to be honest. And, honestly, I don't know how much more I'll cover wrestling, to be completely frank. So, if there's support on this video, then I'll keep covering wrestling. If there's not support on this video, I'm not covering it. Because of why am I wasting my time if WWE doesn't care about the shit that they produce? Honestly. If they don't care, why do I care? There's a lot of great things going on in sports right now, and there's a lot of bigger things going on in the world, and there's a lot more interest in other things that I have than this piece of shit product that Triple H is putting out for you. So anyway, guys, with that being said, that is the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Peace. I'm out. Have a good one.